regionalization, I think just to tie in with what Raj said, there's regionalization pretty much happening everywhere. So I think even in India, given the size of the market and the demographic dividend that we have, as consumers look for brands and products that talk to them, understand sort of their DNA as consumers, their needs and requirements, it's natural that there would be a slew of local brands coming up, which therefore then leads to manufacturing, wealth creation, jobs, second degree of job creation, and sort of creating an upskilling for people who otherwise would have been in low skill or no skill sort of jobs. So I think it's a positive trend for different economies. India has a natural advantage because of size, and so therefore both scale, even a modest scale in India is a large scale. So I think that's what makes the India opportunity exciting, specifically in consumer. These are natural, tangible sort of products and services. And no matter how much generative AI changes tech, we still need to eat, we still need to wear things, we still need skincare, we still need hair care. So there's just so much headroom to grow in consumer that I think the regionalization trend is positive for India. I think they're in a good position. And the China plus one, also is a good sort of, it also ties in very well. Like public markets, private markets are cyclical in nature. There is a frothy sentiment, then there's a depressed sentiment. So I think these are natural sort of cycles. And if you're a savvy investor, you know your sort of numbers, you understand some inherent disadvantages like an early stage company can have. You can still drive a good bargain and you can still get a good valuation. I don't think you need to participate in every single high valuation deal that's getting done, and you can invest in a hurry and repent at leisure. So rather than doing that, I think we followed a fairly sort of moderate approach. We stayed away from deals if they are overvalued, or our perception of what is overvaluation. And I think overall that has put us in reasonably good stead, I would say. On exits, I think there is more understanding, with the VC sort of industry in India that exits are important. LPs, both domestic and internationals, international LPs want to see exits. We are in the middle of doing our one exit out of one company in 2 years. We are likely to get a 5.1x return. So I think LPs GPs are working very hard right now to show cash returns and not just paper markup. Got it. So I think what is interesting about what is happening with the Indian consumer is there's premiumization and yet there's value for money sort of behavior that we see across sort of income groups. And I think this is an interesting inflection point in India where the aspirational middle class is not only growing, but there is a discernible sort of change towards wanting a deeper sort of connection, a story, a brand promise. So the unorganized to organized is a very, very interesting play. And that's happening across all categories, including in healthcare services, for example. So for us, I mean, anything where there's a clear sort of shift from unorganized to organized is something that appeals to us. So for example, I mean, we'd be very interested in a chain of physiotherapy centers. No pan-India brand sort of exists. I mean, the whole pain management, gut health, which is preventive health. So we would, look at that because as you go up the input strata, you do care a lot more about preventive health as opposed to having to reach a hospital, once there's an onset of the disease. So I think in the entire consumer space, there are lots of opportunities. EVs also come under the whole consumer gamut. We've looked at it. Given our fund size, it hasn't been relevant. These are higher ticket size sort of, high cash burn companies, so it's not relevant, but it does come under the overall. So we would look at all aspects of the person's life where a product or service would touch them, and there's a value add, and therefore there's an opportunity to build a large company. Got it. And how does the digital stack sort of play into? I think it's pretty much embedded in everything you do today. I don't think there's any company that can be built today where that aspect would not be there. So, for example, I think facilitating payments is a very key sort of part. Creating the entire end-to-end, reaching the consumer to closing the transaction, the supply chain part of it. All of that is a function of how the India stack. The fact that digitally more and more sort of all aspects of the business is enabled by it. So I think it's like a basic thing today for building a business.